You look funny. I didn't come like ready to drag you today. I thought it was gonna be light and key. Nope. All right, so let's do, the drill. What's unconscious that needs to be made conscious? I think I'll use some animal energies, and I may actually use this goddess deck. And with this one, I've been working with it personally, but not enough maybe, because I might need the book is what I'm saying. I'm not really one for reading messages from books. Like, I like to intuit, but I might need it. We'll see. Deep breaths. There is always a drag. I can be a little Saturnian as a teacher, to be honest. All right, deep breaths. So what is currently unconscious that needs to be made conscious at this time? Oh, how cute. Gentle. What is currently unconscious that needs to be made conscious? Oh, just as I said it was gentle, we got dare bring a gentle touch. All right, we're lightening up. No more harsh messages, it seems like. What is currently, okay. Yeah, that resonates. Oh, you needed this message. Oh, you needed this message. I just threw a card on the floor. Hold on. Hydrate, folks. I'm gonna have some water myself. Bambi, yeah. Refreshing. I love me some water. All right. I might get some goddess cards, maybe 2. I really love the back of these cards. So beautiful. I also haven't had the chance to record the what do you call it? The unboxings. I was gonna do it today. I was ready and did my nails, and then I ended up writing all day. So Spirit led me in a different direction, but I will still do it. Okay. Deep breaths, everyone. Is it all 3 or just the 2? 3, okay. Nice. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love it when Spirit speaks with one voice. Okay, firstly, a gorgeous message for what's unconscious that needs to be made conscious. Be Spirit, sweet results await. Yes. Okay, so keep the faith, maintain, okay? Be patient. That door to Spirit is opening. Spirit is like, yo, it's coming through. Name of those cards, please. This one is the Spirit Animal Oracle. This one, B1. The other one I'm using is the Divine Feminine Oracle. This one. Both of these were gifted by you guys, so thank you. So, sweet results await. Bring a gentle touch. I love this, and I feel like it's about you being gentle with yourself. Okay, so don't be hard on yourself if you do lose faith sometimes, if you get impatient, if you feel like your shadow aspects are coming up and you're sometimes acting out of character or attempting to control, manipulate. Okay, treat yourself kindly, treat yourself gently. And I also feel like this is also an external message, because those of us who are manifesting partnership right now, calling in partnership, even those of you who are already in partnership, your counterpart, let's say, is also doing healing work, is also dealing with their inner child, is also working through their trauma. And I feel like there is a tendency to approach relationships in such a transactional way and be like, if you don't do this for me, and if you're not in this place, and you're not this and you're not that. And I'm just like, there is a need to be gentler with ourselves and with each other at this time. I also just had the image of there's certain animals that kind of put their heads they go head to head. Does that make sense? Like, almost like putting third eye chakra to third eye chakra in terms of intimacy, communication, and connection. That's what it feels like, right? Like just coming, like really bringing our heads together without words, to be honest. I don't know how else to articulate that. But there is a need to be more gentle with ourselves and with our partners, those who we currently have and those partners that are coming through. There is always enough, okay? So we have that Five of Pentacles energy. So some of you in financial scarcity, this can be your mantra, the image, the message that you can be focusing on, calling on, trusting in, okay? Koi fish spirit, there is always, 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 always enough. It's just about aligning with that enough, finding the flow of that enough in your life. But that's not just about money, because we actually have love is all around. And some of you are feeling deep scarcity around love. Like you'll never find it. Like you'll never find that deep connection. You'll never come into true partnership. And you may even be in a relationship and feel like, can this relationship really meet my needs? Can it go to the next level? Can I stay in it? But there is a message. Love is there. Love is infinite. There is enough. There is enough. There is enough. You've not missed it. It has not passed you by. It's not too late for you. Okay, it's not too late for you. I'm really glad that resonates, Rosie. It's not too late for you. I do love, though, the nightingale spirit here, like almost standing on, to me it looked like trumpets, but it's bells. But it's like, I don't know, it's such a cute little bird. It's like singing your song, The nightingale is a songbird, like singing your song, making your noise, putting your energy, your sense of self, that solar plexus energy, right? Like putting yourself out there, and not in the kind of like, you need to date, you need to like go to places or whatever else people normally say. Did I tweet about it? I think I tweeted and deleted or decided not to when I was going to tweet yesterday, that for spiritual people, it can be very different when it comes to dating and partnership, because we have to find energetic matches, right? So the rules of the game are different. And so when I say putting yourself out there, yes, obviously there are practical elements to that message, but it's more so like shining your light, shining your sense of who you are, showing up in the world in the fullness of yourself as a person, taking off those layers, right, that you've felt like you can't be this, or you have to be that, or you're only this version of yourself is lovable. If you do this, you won't be. It's like putting that all to the side and fully showing up in the full expression of yourself. Taurus season 2, yes. And as you just said, Taurus season, Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. More confirmation here. Love it, love it, love it. Okay? There's provision in all things. Whatever is on your mind right now, there's provision. Ask for it. Now, I'm actually going to go to the book. Not that I need it, but I do sometimes think the messages are a little better than what's on the card. Let's have a look. Okay, so Lala, I don't know if that's how she's really pronounced, the saint of spoken words here. Lala embodies the potency and power of our words to create our own reality. She was a Kashmiri mystic and poet who lived in the 14th century. She was married at the age of 12, but was extremely unhappy as a wife. She left her home at the age 24 to take sannyasi. I don't know what that is, renunciation. She became a Shivite, a devotee of Shiva. She walked the streets naked, dancing and reciting her love poems to the divine. She wore only the markings of her devotion to Shiva on her head. Isn't that interesting? So I was talking about that head-to-head connection and just talking about fully expressing yourself. Lala is the creator of a mystical form of poetry called Rax, I think. Apologies if I'm ruining the pronunciations of everything, which means speech or voice. The verses of poetry that she spoke are considered the earliest compositions in Kashmiri language. Her words reflect the spiritual truth of non-duality that she realized as a mystic. Above temple and below idol are one. Beautiful. So again, remember I was talking about using prayer itself, using spoken word, right? Speaking out loud, basking in that energy of kind of like love and romance and calling in whatever it is that you want to call in, but literally through all aspects of the body. I've really been making an effort to beautify lately for myself. But just to be in that vibration of you don't need to know, you know what I mean. So I feel like this is about prayer, this is about poetry, okay, this is about just engaging in that creative energy, that playful, beautiful energy there. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, I bent a card. I don't know how I did that. Okay, so next card. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. Apologies. I feel like it's Mashig Labdron, the diamond-hearted Dakini. Love it though. Mashig Labdron takes the dark and transmutes it into only more light. Tibetan Buddhists believe that, Lord, all these words, I really can't pronounce them. Yeshi was reborn as Mashig, and that both were incarnations of the female Buddha. Mashig's mother had an auspicious dream right before giving birth. 1 second, change page. 7 dakinis poured water over her body, blessing her, purifying her, and prophetically relating that this little baby girl would also be a dakini. As a young woman, Mashig made a living by reading the Prajnaparamita Sutra, or the Heart Sutra, which is the most beloved wisdom text in Mahayana Buddhism. I'm sorry that I'm butchering all these pronunciations. People considered it a great blessing to have it read in their homes. After leaving a monastic order, Mashig married and lived what is referred to as the red and white essence of mystical union. She practiced tantric union with her husband while raising a family together. Her son became one of her greatest successes. Well, we're not talking about family energy and the possibilities of family, right? She leaves the monastery and goes into a different vibe, a different vision of what family life can look like. Deep spiritual love and birthing powerful, transformative children into the world. Don't we love it? Love it, love it, love it. You guys saying, what deck is this? It's so beautiful. Yes, Adiola said it's the Divine Feminine Goddess deck. Thank you to Danielle for gifting this to us. Okay, so where was I? Mashig developed the Tantric Buddhist practice of Chod. These teachings were the first Buddhist teachings to emerge in Tibet. Chod is referred to as the cutting off ritual. A demon, according to Mashig, is anything that obstructs the achievement of freedom. Demons are not ego beliefs, not scary, hairy beasts, but inner barriers that keep us from realizing the nature of reality. The Chod practitioner visualizes their demon and then mentally cuts off their own body as an offering to the demon. Mashig holds a traditional Tibet chod drum in one hand and bell in the other. She lived until she was 99, and then according to Tibetan Buddhists, she reincarnated as Lama, an American Buddhist teacher. Leon explains in her book, Feeding Your Demons, that Chod is a method for bringing our shadow into consciousness and accessing the treasures it holds rather than repressing it. The powerful, unbroken lineage of female transmission reveals to us that enlightenment is about making the darkness conscious. I really love this because I feel like it's really synthesizes well with what we were talking about earlier, especially with that Five of Cups energy, or when I was saying Five of Pentacles versus the Fool card, like what is ending, what is coming in, how much fear versus how much faith, right? How much light versus how much shadow, and not repressing the shadow and pretending we don't have faith and pretending we don't have fear and pretending we don't have insecurity, but really bringing all those things up to the forefront, right? Like being in it, feeling it, and allowing it to find its process into fruition, into channeling or directing that energy into whatever it needs to be in your life. Okay, last one, Hestia. Let's see. I feel I'm really glad I read the book too. Like I said, I'm not normally book dependent, but I like, not that others are, I shouldn't say dependent. No one's really book dependent, but I often don't love what's in the guidebooks, but this is a dope one. Okay, so Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Hestia represents the warmth, protection, and sanctuary we feel when we know we are home. Hestia is an ancient Greek goddess of hearth. Her name translates as fireplace or altar. She is the firstborn daughter of Cronus and Rhea. Her brother Zeus assigned Hestia the sacred position of tending to the Olympian hearth. She is known for her calm, abiding presence and her tremendous kindness. In ancient Greek culture, Hestia is the divine personification of the sacred fire that sits in the center of someone's home. If this isn't the Four of Wands message, I don't know what is. As well as in the center of every town and village. She would receive the first and last sacrifices each day. With the establishment of a new village, the flame from Hestia's public hearth in the mother city will be carried to the new home. Hestia is the fire that grounds us, the hearth we can gather around to stop our wandering. Hestia is an emblem of the warmth, safety, and nourishment of being in community. She represents the tangible and yet unseen connection between all our loved ones. She's the calm, abiding presence that can only be found within. I love it. That is Four of Wands. So what I think would be really helpful for us at this time, not right now, but in your personal practice, is to use the visualization of fire when you're meditating. So if you can meditate in front of a candle, in front of a fireplace, and actually have physical fire, even better. If you can't, then visualize a flame, okay? As you're meditating, grow that flame, work with that flame, see that as your grounding presence, see that as the energy of the spiritual home, see that as the thing that sources energy. Really work with fire visualization. Return to reading the untethered soul, processing negative emotions. Great. All right. So we will do love messages and then messages by zodiac signs, the elements, and then we'll be done. I have 4 candles burning right now, and I've had the 4 for the past few days. Brilliant. So working with that 4 energy too. I love that. That's rose quartz in the bottom of my glass. Which is really funny because, hold on, I'll tell you when I decided what deck we're using. We're going to use more of the Chakra Tarot. I really like the Chakra Tarot. And we will also use the Modern Witch. So what I was going to say is, many of you heard me say during these lives that I'm not a big fan, just making sure I've got all the cards, I'm not a big fan of rose quartz because it feels like too light or too gentle in energy for the level of emotional trauma I'm often having to process. But what's really hilarious is that recently I had a dream in which I was instructed to use rose quartz, and then someone messaged me when I woke up from that dream and said that I showed up in their dream as a rose quartz. So I was like, well, Spirit, that's very loud and clear. Okay, so I will be obedient. So yeah, so after all of my I don't like rose quartz, here I am using rose quartz. And I think what it is, as I'm experiencing working with it this week, is that the other energies, that the other heart chakra crystals I use are more active in terms of transmuting or shifting the internal energy or healing what has been broken. But the rose quartz feels like an attraction crystal more so. So I think that's why when I've been wanting to do more trauma transmutation, rose quartz hasn't been the vibration I've been called to. But it is one that is it feels like it's good for attracting the full spectrum of the vibration of love. So that's where we're at.